The word eutrophic is of Greek origin meaning truly nourished, which indeed is a good thing for any body of water in the environment. But can you have too much of a good thing? It is said that anagrams never lie, and therefore it is no surprise that eutrophication anagrams to both a touchier point and no patriotic hue. Eutrophication is most prevalent in aquatic ecosystems and is the nutrient enhancement of that ecosystem. However, human activities can greatly enhance the amount of nutrients that are added, speeding up the process of eutrophication to dangerous levels. This is called cultural eutrophication. The two nutrients that contribute most to eutrophication are phosphorus and nitrogen, which most often come from agricultural and industrial outputs of human activities. They come from both point and non-point sources, such as untreated municipal sewage, nitrogen compounds produced by cars and factories, the discharge of detergents, manure runoff from feedlots, inorganic fertilizer runoff, dissolving of nitrogen oxides, or discharge of treated municipal sewage. Eutrophication not only has a detrimental effect on the life and health of the lake, of the organisms within the lake or other body of water, but also on its natural value and of the value of the land around it. So what can we do to prevent or reduce cultural eutrophication? Well, humans can undertake methods such as advanced waste treatment, bans or limits on phosphates in household detergents and other cleaning agents, or soil conservation and land use control to reduce nutrient runoff. While prevention is the easiest method, what can be done for the lakes or other bodies of water that are already eutrophic? There are several major cleanup methods, such as removing excess weeds, controlling undesirable plant growth with herbicides and algicides, or pumping air through lakes and reservoirs to avoid oxygen depletion. However, it is much easier to prevent eutrophication at its source than to attempt to clean up the effects once it has already set in. But what can be done about cultural eutrophication if the world is largely unaware of what it is and what it means? Right now, we would like to take the time to highlight the work of one struggling young artist who has dedicated her work to spreading the message about eutrophication and has gained a significant amount of exposure. Following is the video by acclaimed artist Avian Washington of Camping Indoors with her hit song, No Air.
Tell me how a fish could breathe with no air, air, air. Culture and industry come run off into the sea, oceans, rivers, lakes, and streams, making nutrients. Overload, so phosphorus and nitrogen are causing eutrophication. Wish there was a way I could stop source pollution. But how do you expect me to let the green color be? 'Cause when algae blooms take over lakes, it's so hard for fish to breathe. Tell me how a fish could breathe with no air. An ox can't breathe with no air. Dissolved oxygen just isn't there. There's no air, no air. Algae's growing on this lake so dense. Other organisms have no defense. It was sunlight from Kelvin in. So no air, no air, no air, air. It's not fair, fair. You should care, care. No air, air. Concentrations of dissolved will go Other organisms have no defense. That's the sunlight from coming in. So no air, no air. Atomic river, lake constants, Caspian Sea, the Baltic Sea. No more algae. No air, no air. Oh, tell me how a fish could breathe with no air. An oxygen can't breathe with no air. Dissolved oxygen just isn't there. There's no air, no air. Algae's growing on this lake so dense. Other organisms have no defense. Sunlight from coming in. So no air, no air, no air, no air, no air. Decrease food chain efficiency and increase in toxicity. You can see the water gets so cloudy. Eutrophication.